Hey everybody. This is Kellen Cash here with another just going live Facebook, YouTube, Anchor FM, and I go live and I do these things to inform and educate, and so that I don't have to keep repeating myself. So my goal for this video is to do a video on networking, especially when transplants, especially those who are minorities, Black, Hispanic, even women, just in general, the networking and where you need to go, because Seattle is known to be a cold city, not just, rain weather wise, but people wise. People here don't always greet you. You could be looking at them dead in the eye. You could say hi and they could still fly by. So the goal of this is to give you a video where if you're like, I'm from Texas, I'm from Alabama, I'm from wherever you're from in the world, you say, where are the folks? Where are Black people who like Black people? Where are, the few Hispanics? I mean, last that I checked, and I could be wrong, there were like less than 150,000 Black folks in this city of millions of people. So, and, their surrounding areas, so those facts can kind of be funny, because sometimes I've heard them count, people from the surrounding cities as part of Seattle. And so check this out. I'm going to give you, in a short period of time, the organizations I think you need to be a part of, especially if you came out here trying to reinvent yourself or add more to your business or even your career. These groups can help you. So again, live on Facebook, Anchor FM, YouTube, all that good stuff. Share it, like it, share with someone, because here you really need unity. The first group we're going to start with, and let me tell you, when I do all these groups, I'm going to be very unbiased. As far as my personal opinion, I'm going to give you the fluff. I'm going to give you the great stuff about the organization so you can go check it out for yourself. I'm not going to be critical. So here we go. Tabor 100. Now, Tabor 100, we were blessed to find out, and I still know to this day, I was at First AME Church, which is the oldest Black church in Seattle, and the Winston and Fitch and his family, the Fitches, excuse me, they had put me on Tabor and said, you got to go check out Tabor. I believe Winston Sr. was, one of the founding members, which the group is, over a decade long. But you can see the website, and this is basically where, if you want to get into government contracting while you're here, or even learn about that game, or even find a job, Tabor 100, and I say this even after being here 4 years, is the only group you're going to find where all the government agencies come once a month, have a great breakfast by Bridget Washington, and they enjoy in educating you on how to get these proposals. Whether you are a consultant, PR, social media like myself, or if you're in construction, whatever you are, you could sell pencils. The government buys it all, but you have to come to the meeting, and you should try to be as active as you can be. There's different boards. The membership fee is not a lot of money at all. You can even pay it in spurts. I think it's still $150, and you could break that up in 2 payments, and they'll work with you. Ollie Garrett is the president of this organization, and I say that's the most powerful woman in the state. And you'll see when you go there, just the presence, you'll see why. And, just stay tuned to the news, and you'll see Ali has much influence. There's so many opportunities you can go to and check things out. Now, nothing's going to be given to you. Let's just take a minute, just a second, to breathe on that. At Tabor, nothing's going to be given to you. So don't go there expecting a handout, because there are no handouts. But you will learn, and you'll probably find someone else who looks like you, who can teach you about contracting, especially if you're new to it or if you're just new to the area. So you check out Tabor 100 events. They do an annual gala. There's all type of things for you to get involved. Even if you're a teacher, they have an education board that's very active. And, you should go check out Tabor 100. You're going to meet some good people, and this group is very powerful in the city. I've had people when I first got here call me just because I was a Tabor member, and they were calling me asking me about some pricing and whatnot. But it was the Space Needle people who called me, so they really have some influence. So you should check out Tabor 100, even if you don't have a business. Check them out so you can get to know people in the city, because all the lobbyists go to this group. All the big government head honchos, the mayors, and everyone, they come check it out. And it's a great organization. And there's a great breakfast again by Bridget Washington. And we'll talk more about Bridget. Actually, we talk about Bridget right now. She has a new group forming called The Group, and you can inbox, comment, or whatnot if you want to find out more about that group, because it's brand new. Like, it just started maybe 24 hours ago, and it happened from a different group kind of just branching off to pursue a different mission for the community. So that's Tabor 100. Next, this NAMAC. If you are in any type of construction, contractor, whatnot, you got to check out a First Thursday NAMAC meeting in Tequila at this time. It's in Tequila, and again, the head honchos is kind of like from Tabor. They all kind of float to NAMAC. They're looking for diversity in the government and want to do the inclusion. Those are big buzzwords here in the city. So they at least make the appearance to show up to these events. And, people are getting contracts as far as I know. I won't go into the video to talk about our personal experience, because I want you just to know these organizations, because your business 9 out of 10 times isn't going to be what our businesses are. And we are very specialized, and we're not, we'll just keep it like that. So go check out a NAMAC meeting, join up, sign. I'm not going to walk you through all that. I want you to sign up, join. You got to do the work. Too many times people don't do the work, and that can be frustrating to me as a consultant who gets paid to talk, but also, just as a person, when you can tell somebody, don't do that, and they still bump their head and do it, it's like, well, you weren't really serious. So I want you to check out a NAMAC meeting. Again, even if you're looking for a job, even if you're a new business, check them out, because that's going to benefit and bless your life, especially if you're a minority contractor. Next, we have Africa Town. Now, Joaquin runs this Africa Town. I don't want to say he runs it, but he's the founder of it. And, they have so many different events, whether you're a new business, whether you're just a community activist, like Joaquin is, they're here to bring you so many events, and they bring you the events to kind of put everyone together and see how they can help each other out. Always something going on. You can look at this page and see, and I'm not clicking on everyone's links or anything like that, but you can go to africatownseattle.com, check it out, and check out what this is like, the new leadership. Joaquin is one of those guys, the new leadership, the folks who were, getting all the game from the elders, and now it's their time to sit at the table, and they have some great things going on. So you want to just connect and check out the events and see, what sticks with you. And a lot of it is free. They put a lot of stuff that's free, and if it costs, it's never like, a huge cost, in this expensive city. So take advantage of the wisdom in the game that you can get, and check out Africa Town. You can see the red, black, and green streets in Seattle when you go through the town, and that's part of Africa Town's doing. So that's Africa Town. Next, we have Hack Nation. Check out Hack Nation, especially if you're coming here for business and you're trying to find that money. Kenny and his partner over there have personally helped us win some money in a pitch competition, but also um, find out where the other monies were. And they put last year, they put everybody, and they've been doing this for more than just last year, but they're putting venture capitalists with the minority businesses that say, we're not getting the same funding as the majority in this country. And man, we turned down deals last year that were beautiful and humbling offers, but you just have to be ready. But stick to the point. Hack Nation has that money for you, but you also have your stuff ready. Like, before you go to Hack Nation, go to the SBA and SCORE in Seattle, and it's all free. And if I remember, I'll try to put that at the end of this video and in the description box and all that. But get a business plan from those places before you come to a Hack Nation. They can help with that, and they do help with that. But sometimes entrepreneurs think they're ready for something that they're not fully prepared. And when you're going after that venture capital, you really need to be ready. That's a whole nother video. But Hack Nation is a great organization for you to go check out. They're doing so many events all throughout the year. Many of them free, or they're just, just a little cost to it. Next, HereSeattle.com. I can't say enough great things about HereSeattle.com, because this group basically started with 4 Black guys who said we have to have more than just us in the community. It was like 1 Black person per department in tech companies. And these 4 guys got together, put this group together. Last time I got the count, it was over 300 members, and there is a small payment if you want to be a full-fledged member. It's nothing crazy like the rent out here in Seattle, and you can get blessed. I mean, I tell you, sometimes, I don't want to get into the personal stories, but I've had people who've had issues with companies, or we've had issues with companies. We go in as a unit with Here Seattle, things get done. It's better than making a YouTube video and being able to call and say, hey, I got a problem. And it's just a beautiful thing. And it just shows with unity, everything is possible. And Here Seattle does events at Google, Amazon, man, everywhere. So you can really, get blessed. And the good thing about giving you all these options is that you can kind of pick which one works for you. People tell me all the time, oh, that group did this or that group did that. But it's like, you know what? You get to pick and choose. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of having so many options and being able to rock with who you want to rock with. So that's that for Here Seattle. Some great people in that group. And I just can't say enough. I just cannot say enough about that. So next, it has my Airbnb on there, but I actually want to give you guys live another organization before I move on. And as you see, I'm typing in Felix's name, and I'm going to show you guys his LinkedIn because I don't have the website just popped up right now. Maybe it'll pop up right here while I do it. But this young man has a business hub in Seattle, right by the legendary barbershop, and he has business on lock, and he's showing people how to do business from A to Z. So let me type this in, Seattle Business Hub, and see if I can pull up the website real quick for you guys. And if you don't like when I'm doing this, and you can always fast forward, whatnot. So believe this. Yep, that's the website. Here's the website, the Seattle Business Center. And you can see there's Felix that you saw from the LinkedIn. There he is with the name. We'll forget all that for a second. But this program, Felix has worked for so many organizations, government and private. he also knows where the funding is. And you can even rent office space at this time at his place, just drop in, not a lot of money at all. He's had other businesses contact him. Go by there, say, Kellen sent me. I saw his video. I wanted to get connected in the community. Felix is originally from Chad, did some schooling in Cameroon, but he's lived like everywhere. But he's a well-known name in the community, and you want to check him out definitely. There was a time he put us on a list. I don't even know if we qualified for a certain list, whatnot. And I was always grateful just to be considered to be put on the list. So check him out. I'm totally biased about Felix and his business and his efforts in the city. Next, First Thursday, Seattle. You're going to have to look and see, it's First Thursdays, but I know it's going to go over new leadership. And First Thursday, Seattle and First Thursday, Jacksonville was created by the same person, and there's a connection. So if you're from Jacksonville or that area and you know the creator of that, tie in real quick like some shoelaces and get blessed. I went last month. It was a good meeting, good information, had a good speaker. But again, they're going to go under new leadership. So, you check that out. First Thursday, Seattle. No dress code or anything. It's not like First Thursdays, white parties, or Fridays in Oakland, Jack London, or it's nothing like that, so it's all business. But also if you're, if you have a job or you like jobs, keep in mind that you can learn something from the entrepreneurs and even be a better employee by being around people who are employing people. And it's for the community, more importantly. So I'm going to move on. This organization, nothing about business per se, not to say you can't get some business from there, but Dads is a great organization run by Marvin Charles and his wife, and they pretty much bring dads back together with their kids. Marvin's done so much media from like 2020 Barbara Sawyer type media about his fascinating life, whatnot, and everything he's done. But he's bringing dads together. But I bring this organization up because everything isn't always about business, and you also have to give back. They have a mentoring program that they have for young men, especially whether they're in high school or even older men, and a Cubs program for the kids. But you can give back, and every Wednesday starting around 9:45 a.m. goes to about 11:15. They have a men's ministry that meet up, and you never know who you're going to meet. I mean, there's been former Seahawks to current medical doctors, and it's just men talking about real men's issue. Read some verses out of the Bible to begin with, but even atheists come just because there's not another group where you can put Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, and everything in between in one room, costs nothing, and talk about men issues, things that men normally society doesn't allow us to talk about openly without being criticized, because everyone doesn't always agree. And it's not one of those meetings where it's, everything, the spirit is on me. The spirit is on me. And you know what I mean? It's not one of those. And, I got to rebuke that. It's like you can really talk the way you need to talk where you're at in life. And nobody, you don't have Sadducees or Pharisees in there. People really are trying to help each other. And the age ranges from kids who are in high school to the oldest people who go are like 90, so and it's everybody. It's a mix. So I love that group and go every chance that I get, because it will do something to your soul. I mean, you can get your pocket as fat as you want, but your soul is empty, man. It's you're already lost. So Dads, check out Dads. And I drive quite a ways to go to a dad's meeting nowadays. Next group, the breakfast group. Now this group is a bunch of men, many who hold great position in the city, and they get together once a month. And I'm going to have you go through their site to kind of see what they have going, because you kind of need to be invited to the breakfast group sometime. You can contact them and tell them where you're at, but the breakfast group, it's no nonsense. And they do a lot of mentoring. So they're always looking for people, but that's the way it was told to me by a member. Like, you're brought in here because you're being invited. And, you can go check that out. Membership comes with some interesting perks as far as parking at First AME. They too are tied into First AME, and you can get, you can park for a certain time being a member at AME, which is a beautiful thing in the city because parking is crazy. Whenever you find a parking, it's like it says no parking sign, because they're doing some construction. So check out the breakfast group. I'll tell you for this one, people come suited up, or at least dress shirt, because this isn't where you just come off the street. This is, and they're doing serious stuff at the breakfast group. And so check out the breakfast group. And this too, again, the mentoring, you can say you want to be a mentor, and, the breakfast group is a great thing. Next, a lot of these are now just personal. If you are married, the Black marriage movement, if you ever want to go to one of these balls and you see tickets, buy your tickets now, because this sells out every year. Every year this sells out, and the tickets aren't crazy, not a crazy price, and it's probably the only event that you're going to see this many Black folk get together who are married, men and women, who are just having a good old time. And they only do like 2 to 4 events a year, but every single one of them sells out and folks have a good time. I wish we could go to more of these, but our schedule, as soon as one comes out, like, not in town, or something is up at that night. But we've been, and it's nice. It's nice. You want to go to that, and just gives you, this was actually, there's some federal funding, like Bush put some of this kind of in place because Black marriage matters. And, when I say Black marriage, one of the 2 partners needs to be Black, at least. There are some couples that are interracial marriage, and they come, and there's never any problem. So feel free, if that's your situation, just show up, and, and rock on. All right, Men of the Middle Passage. Now this group, you're going to have to go on Facebook and join. They have a lot of, every month, movies. They put me on some movies, like the movie Bound, and from that movie, we got the director of that movie on one of our client shows because it was a great movie about Africans versus African Americans. You want to check out Men of the Middle Passage and just join and see when the next event is. They have it at the LEM bookstore, most of the events, but check that out. Men of the Middle Passage. It's a real conscious group. No cooning allowed, and it's really to get the perspective of what do we need to do in the community to go to the next level. Another event, Emerald Rose Yacht Club. Now, this is the group that many people say, how did you find out about this group? And it was Henry Yates, who knows everybody, who put me on this group. And this was like the hidden group. Like, this was like, there's Black guys who own boats. There's like 16 plus Black guys who own boats and sail around and, have a good time. So if you're into boating And if you have a boat or you're going to purchase a boat, or even if you don't have a boat, I'm an associate member. I don't own a boat, but I am licensed to drive a boat. And, this is a great group. I tell you, if I could give you a personal testimony on all these groups that I'm giving you, it's that you got to try them all. You don't know until you go see. But they put on an event during boating season at least once a month. They also link up with other groups. So check them out. I don't want to click off this page too quick. So get all their information, contact them, and it's all good. Emerald Rose Yacht Club. Next group, the Red Tail Hawks Flying Club. These are black guys into aviation. Many are pilots. Many are mentoring what the next generation of pilots are going to be. You see the website down here. You see that it's a nonprofit. And, people, our kids, between the boating and the pilots, there's not too many places in the country that you're going to have an option to take your kids or you yourself to go and be around black folk who are into these things as a group. I know many black pilots, but it's just I've lived enough and been able to travel and have people in my family and close friends who that's what they aspire to do. But I can tell you, some places where we've lived, you never heard anybody black say they wanted to be a pilot or they wanted to be on the boat or learn how to run a boat. So check out this group, because this is one that before we leave, my kids have to get involved when they're a little older. And, if you're looking for a job in aviation, these guys may be the ones you want to talk to too. So don't just think that you have to be flying. This is a great group, and they do all type of things. I think they even had something with the CD Airmen, some of the last members, living. So check them out, the Red Tail Hawks. Next, Black People Hike. Now, this is a closed group on Facebook, but who says black folk don't like to hike? We like to hike too, and this group gets together and they go hike. So, people can, sometimes you have people who say, I'm the only one. You're not the only one. Black People Hike. It's a real group. The only thing I haven't been able to find for you guys yet is a Black people ski group in this area, because I like to snowboard. But I haven't found that. I know they're in California, but I haven't found one here necessarily that's active and that I could show you. But those are some of the main groups, main things you have to see while you're here in Seattle, because it could take you years to find all these. Given my profession, I have to know these people and know them well, know them quick. But that's that. Let's not make this too long. Hopefully this information blessed you. Hopefully you go connect with them. Like, subscribe, share, question if you have any questions, and we will talk another day. I'm Kellen Cash. I hope y'all are blessed.